Hello everybody, welcome back to 539 Productions. So today I'm at a very special location. I'm an incredibly massive graveyard in the middle of Indianapolis, and there's a couple really famous graves here that I'm going to be visiting. But right now we're going to go around and check out all these amazing mausoleums, and there are so many of them here. I think this is going to end up being a 2 or 3 part series, and then we're going to include a special episode which is going to be visiting the grave of a very, very special person. And also, if you guys have not checked out the second channel, I'll put up the link on the screen here. Make sure you head over there and subscribe to the second channel where we do lots of Q&As about the episodes over here on 539 Productions, as well as lots of live streams about all kinds of crazy subjects, and we have a lot of fun over there, so make sure you check that out as well. But let's get out and see what we can find here. So far this place is looking absolutely incredible. The view is amazing too. You can see in the background straight to the downtown area of Indianapolis. And then somewhere in this section is the president's gravesite. This is really amazing here. A very long entryway to this mausoleum at the top of the hill here, and an incredible statue right at the bottom. This is interesting. There's a lock on it, but you can see they've actually placed some zip ties, and that actually, now that I'm thinking of it, is probably just for decorations in the winter. But I've never seen anybody leave the zip ties or anything behind, so I don't know. Maybe it whatever was hanging here, a wreath or whatever it may have been, actually blew off in the wind. And there's a second pathway leading over to the road this way too. Really amazing statue over this way. This place is just epic, and as you can tell, really massive too. There's no way I'm gonna be able to just walk around this place. Whoa. So if you're not familiar, this is actually is a depiction of Jesus laying in the arms of Mary. And there's some symbology here, a United States flag. I'm not sure exactly what the symbol's called, but it is a medical symbol, and then a treble clef musical symbol there. Pretty cool. I just spotted this too. Since I couldn't see inside the mausoleum, I didn't realize that there was actually this epic bit of stained glass on the back. Look at this scene. It is a leprechaun standing on top of a mushroom, and then there's a cat over here, a raccoon. Looks like that might be, I can't tell if that's a pot of gold, and then a ton of, I'm assuming, clover at the top, although it doesn't appear that any of them are four-leaf clovers, but that is so cool. So over here too is I believe a famous tennis player. I'm not really sure. Let me know in the comments below if you know them. I'm not incredibly familiar with the name. However, it does appear that it was a big part of their life, and so I'm assuming they were a fairly big name in sports probably. Look at this right here. I love finding these cool little details like this. Some very interesting depictions on here. You can see there's a whole scene of a building here and then some sort of coat of arms up here. So we can get a pretty good view of the inside, thankfully, through this very, very small break in the mesh wire that is surrounding most of the glass on the door. So I'm assuming this right up here, even though it says James Whitcomb Raleigh, may actually include the president's grave as well. Here's another mausoleum here. And really only, okay, there's another name there. So it's kind of strange, that one actually seems to be mostly empty. Now this is marked up here as the grave of President Harrison, but again the name seems to be wrong. So I don't know if it's been marked incorrectly, or maybe I'm just not seeing it yet, but let's go ahead and walk up here. So somebody was just over here taking photos. Well, this is actually the grave of James Whitcomb Riley, and lots of people have left pennies here. This is a really amazing place and so beautiful, up on this incredibly large hill in the middle of Indianapolis here. And you can see way off in the distance the traffic going by. But I still have yet to find this presidential gravesite. There's actually a trail going down into the woods here. This is kind of strange. I don't know exactly what that is. It's a little electronics box. What in the world? It must be for like testing like groundwater or something. Weird. I'm not gonna touch it, but I've never seen something like that in the middle of a cemetery like this. Alright, so on the map this was literally right here marked as the gravesite of President Harrison, and I can see now that that is incorrect, and I'm assuming that it's probably around here somewhere. This is a very interesting style of burial here too. It's sort of like a mausoleum, and in many ways similar to where we just were. It sort of has that almost Roman-esque feel to it, but with an open roof and two vaults sitting right here. And I just don't find these very often. Usually the closed mausoleum or a normal headstone is the trend, but here we find yet again something just a little different than what we normally find. We've looked around up here, seen some really neat mausoleums and tombs, and now I think I want to solve this mystery of where this gravesite is and why it's marked as being right here but doesn't seem to be here.